What up, what up, what up, everybody? I'm super late, is what it is. I'm here though. What up? What's going on? Let me move the Live to Roll logo over here so that it's not being washed out by my light. Let me open up the chat. I don't have the chat ready. Give me a second. Give me a second. So if you're typing something in the chat, I haven't read it yet. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm going. I'm going. Oh god, there I am. Let me make sure no audio comes through. Let's pop the chat out. Pop it, pop it, pop it, pop it. Okay, we got the chat. We got the chat. Hey, what up, Mokray? Um, what up? What up? Thanks, Leah. I'm doing my best. Um, Derek in the building. Nicole in the building. Chef T Fizzle in the building. I'm so sorry that I got started late today, you guys. I had to change kind of last minute before the show, and it's just delayed things. And then I'm trying to set up this new little cooking, heating element so that we could do a little grilled cheese action today. Um, and that took a little bit longer than anticipated. So I do apologize for the late start. I feel like I'm always giving you guys an excuse, but I promise it's valid. Like I'm not just making it up. I promise. I swear. I swear. Okay, give me 2 seconds to do something, you guys. I'm going to um, do something real quick. So just bear with me. I'll be hanging out. We're just getting started. Thank you. I got like a little hot plate burner, single burner set up just so we could start to do some skillet stuff, some hot stuff. I want to do some um, eggs. I want to do some breakfast stuff. I want to do some other things. So, um, Gracie in the building. We got Miss Nadine. Thanks for the complimentes. And yeah, how are you guys doing today? I promise I'm not distracted on the phone. I'm just doing something real quick that I need to do before I get started. So bear with me for just another second. Tell me how everyone's doing. How's everyone's day going? What is going on with your lives? What are you guys having for dinner? You know, the drill. Alright, alright. I'm just going to share the link in a couple of places and then we can get started. We're doing grilled cheese, we're doing some tomato bisque soup, and yeah, it's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a good time. Alright. Almost done, almost done. I know I should have did this first, I'm sorry. Um, but that's okay. That's life. We can only do what we can do. Okay. All right. All right. All right. We're good. We're good to go. We're good to go. Um, doing some donuts and jerky. Nice, Derek. That sounds like a meal for champions right there, dude. Um, Mokray, have I ever fainted from low blood pressure? Like actually passed out? No, not like fully passed out. I've seen stars, like my vision gets all starry. And that's not true. Um, I when I first got into a standing frame for the first time after my injury, they stood me out really quick, and all of my blood rushed from my brain to the rest of my body, and I got super, super, super weak, and I don't know if I actually fully blacked out, but I got very, very, very faint, about as faint as I have ever, but I've never fully passed out. Um, Thankfully, fingers crossed. You guys might see it live one of these days on the show. I swear, this is when I get the most low. Albie, what's going on, Albie? Um, hey, Albie, did you get see that I added you on Fortnite? I saw your request. I added you. I don't know if you can see me on your friends list now, but you should be able to. Munchies. That's right. We're about to make some munchies. So, as you guys can see, I got like a little burner setup going on right here. It's not on or anything yet. We're gonna do a grilled cheese sandwich in it, assuming that my power strip doesn't like mess up from too much power. I haven't tested this thing out yet, so this could be a big crapshoot, you guys. We're just gonna see how it goes. You know how it is cooking with T-Fizzle. Sometimes it's a crapshoot. You saw it? Okay, dude, good. I'm glad. Alright, so before we get started and going on everything, I think the computer's fully set up. Let me just minimize that so I can keep an eye on the audio levels. Okay, I'm gonna set my keyboard down over here. Would be great if we could play some rounds together. Definitely, Albie. That's why I added you, bro. So that we could do that. I've been on Fortnite a whole bunch lately. I've been on like, I don't know, at least a couple days a week. I've been playing with some quadriplegic friends. I have been grinding for the new Star Wars season. They have like a bunch of Star Wars skins out, so I was having fun with that. But we'll definitely get down on some games. I had rice and burnt ends, by the way, with a smoothie. Damn, Mokray, that sounds good. Burnt ends, yummy. I did not get the battle pass. I have the Ahsoka skin. That's kind of like my favorite Star Wars character. And I wasn't sure if I was gonna play enough to finish the battle pass. Like I'll only get the battle pass if I know I'm gonna play. I think I'm like level 40 right now or something. So I've been grinding a little bit, but don't worry, man. We'll definitely get down on some matches. Okay, we got our bread. I gotta get my cheese and some butter. So let me grab that out of the refrigerator real quick. Okay. Bear with me, you guys. My refrigerator's super booby trapped right now. So I'm going to try to do this without dropping everything. I got my tomato bisque soup that we're going to be doing once we get the grilled cheese going. When did they start putting soups in pouches, and why did they not start doing it sooner? I saw this at the store the other day. I'm like, ooh, pouch soup. Let me get it. Alright, let me catch up on the chat here. I think mine is Choir Queen or something. Alright, Gracie. Yeah, everyone should add each other on Fortnite so that we can all squad up and play. And I don't play on a console, Derek. I play on PC. I have a PC that I play on. Nice. You're excited for the Switch too? That's cool, dude. I have a regular Switch, which I really enjoy. I don't know if I'm going to get the Switch 2. I probably will at some point. Probably not day one. But that's cool that you're getting it. Alright. Just grabbing my cheese. I just dropped my cheese. Give me a second, you guys. Give me a second. I gotta get my cheese off the floor. And I'm working with a broken grabber, so I don't know how this is gonna go. But we're gonna try it out. If I keep tension on this wire, then it stays, but as soon as I relax, it like bends. The little clip that holds it in place is broken. It's still functional, but like kind of barely functional. But I'm gonna do my best. So let me pick up this cheese that I just dropped. Hang on. Bear with me. It's not the easiest thing to pick up either. I think I can get it though. Okay. We got it, baby. Let's see. Let me catch up on the chat here. Hi, Nicole. Thanks for stopping by. I play Luna Plus now on my Amazon Prime. That's cool. I saw that Amazon started their own service thingy. And that's cool. I haven't checked it out yet. You used to play Counter-Strike a lot? I never really got into CSGO too much. I did play a little bit back in the day, but not too much. Okay, I got my cheese. Let me get my butter. And thanks, Nadine. I appreciate it. Alright. We got our butter. We got our bread. We got our cheese. We got our soup. Let me just grab a bowl so that we can have everything that we need. And do you actually have problems with playing, or can you play without problems? Do you mean like accessibility wise? I just use a regular Xbox controller when I play. But that's how I grew up learning how to play, was on Xbox, like regular controllers. Like back when I started to play, they didn't really have too many adaptive options, and I just learned to work with what I got. So now going back to adaptive controllers is kind of tough, but it's like a learning curve for me because I learned how to play on a regular controller, but that's just what I do. Sometimes I'll remap keys and stuff to make my buttons a little bit more effective for me, but what type of cheese does everyone like on their grilled cheese? I like Velveeta. I'm just using some sharp cheddar, and the brand is Lucerne. I don't have any Velveeta. Nicole, if you have a good hand function, you can buy a Bluetooth controller for it. Yes, I have a Bluetooth controller too. I just kind of like the feel of an Xbox controller. Let me... Oh, this grabber looks so stupid with it broken halfway like that. I grabbed some pesto. I might put a little bit of pesto on my grilled cheese. We shall see. Let me grab a bowl and then we're done. Derek, you use a quad stick? That's awesome. Those are super cool. Alright, I got my bowl, I got my cheese, I got my bread. I think we have everything we need to start getting started on our food. Luna controller is similar to Xbox controller. Yeah, they're all pretty similar. I know, Derek, my grabber's gone limp on me. I need to get it some performance enhancements. That's okay though. You know, we work with what we got. The other thing that's starting is I might have to stop and pee. I should have cathed before I did this. That's okay. We're just gonna keep the ball rolling. If I end up getting a little distro, need to stop or need to go cath real quick, then that's what I'll do. But we're gonna just keep the ball rolling. All right, it is 5:23 right now. Let me lay out some paper towels, so that I can have a little space to work on my sandwich. Paper towels off to the side. Let me create a little space that we can do this thing on. You're not much of a gamer. That's okay, Mokray. I got lots of friends that are gamers. I got lots of friends that aren't gamers. It's fun. It's I don't know. It's something that I enjoy doing, but certainly not everybody's cup of tea. I'm trying to clear a little space so that I can make my sando. So I do apologize. I wasn't super ready. I was a little under the gun getting started today. So thanks for hanging with me while I kind of do all this stuff start to finish. I mean, we're live, you know, this is what it is. I want to show a realistic portrayal of what it takes to do something like this. But I do like to prepare a little bit, so it's not just T-Fizzle setting up for cooking the whole show and not actually cooking. Tom as a sip grabber. We have some artisan white bread. So let me grab a couple pieces of this. All right. We got a couple. Now, I don't know how you guys do your grilled cheeses. I just put a little bit of butter down on the pan. I put my grilled cheese in there. I flip it. Yeah, we have some tomato bisque soup that we're going to heat up and dip the grilled cheese into. Yeah. But I'm going to keep the grilled cheese pretty simple. I'm just going to do a couple pieces of cheddar. We're going to butter the skillet, toss it in there, get it good. Get it nice and crispy. We're going to do the soup, and that's going to be it. I might put a little bit of pesto on my grilled cheese, just because that sounds kind of good. I think I will actually do that. Just to add a little bit of T-Fizzle flavor, to spice things up a little bit. But I took out my bread. My bread clip is being used currently by my bagels. I'm just going to twist this up. So I'll turn forward so you guys can kind of see what I'm doing. I've explained this before, but it's certainly worth explaining again. So I'm just holding it right in between. I wish I was a little bit closer. The bag is coming through in between my thumb and my my index finger. There we go. So I'm just really pulling it super tight, as tight as I can. I'm using my teeth to just pull it into this little like pocket in my hand. Once I have some tension, once I feel like it's tight and most of the air is pushed out of the bag, I'll hold it with my teeth and my hand, and then I'm going to twist the bag just to twist it really tight so that air is not getting in there and the bread can stay as fresh for as long as we can. Okay, so this is like twisted super super tight. You can even see like the bag's a little puffy because the air that was in there is trapped in there. That's okay. So because my bread clip is gonna be used, I'm just gonna pull the sealed part of the bag down along the side of the bag, and I'm gonna just set the bag of bread on that part so that it just stays tight and twisted and sealed until I can get a clip for it. Don't run into your sink, Tom. Don't run into your sink. I'm pretty good in my wheelchair, but sometimes I do cut a corner a little too close and bump into it. And Campbell's soup has it in a bag too. I think it's awesome. I think it's like a great, easy, accessible way to access it or pour the contents of the soup. So I'm here for more soup in a bag. Okay, we have our bread right here. I'm going to. Has this been opened yet? No. So I'm just going to use my teeth. Use my teeth to just pull along a little perforated area. Your teeth are your best friend. As long as you take care of them, you got to take care of them. Make sure to brush and floss every day. Just because you can't use your fingers, that's not an excuse to not brush your teeth. I'm thinking we should do that one day on the show. We should go through like hygiene routine, go through like brushing your teeth, brushing your hair, stuff like that. I don't know if it'd be super useful. I mean, I think it would be good information, but maybe for like a standalone video, maybe not like a whole show. Alright, we got our cheese open. This is a resealable bag. I'm just going to pull a couple of slices out. I'm a pretty cheesy boy. I think I'll probably do 2 slices of cheese. I know some people would be like, only 2, bro? Are you sure? But trying to watch my calories, make sure that I'm not eating too unhealthy. A lot of calories in cheese. Okay. Not doing anything fancy. I'm just using my tenodesis to just grip the cheese, arrange it. I mean, as you can see, like, I've got pretty good tenodesis. We've talked about it on the show. How do you get that good tenodesis? Practice, practice, practice. Strengthening your muscles. Doing things like this over and over and over and over and over again for a few years. And then you'll get some good tenodesis muscles. But the real name of the game is just make sure to practice and exercise and use whatever you got, whatever that function is. I have really good tenodesis on my left hand, and so I just capitalized on it. I realized I had some function there, so I worked on it, and I worked on it, and I worked on it, and I used it. Try not to overuse it. Kind of dealing with that now with like lots of wrist pain and stuff like that. From like overusing that during the last 20 years or so. But just gotta use what you got. You gotta practice with it. Practicing doesn't necessarily mean like just strengthening either. It's like working on your technique. Like, I've had to learn so many ways of doing things that are maybe not the most efficient or maybe not the easiest, but I'm doing it that way to protect my body because it's not straining for me. It doesn't trigger my pain. It doesn't like trigger my nerve pain and if I can practice it and do it the right way, then I can do it for a longer period of time, you know? Like keep my function as strong and as functional as long as possible. That's kind of the name of my game right now. Being so long paralyzed. It's not just moving or acting recklessly, but with thought and intention and understanding exactly what I'm doing. Tina Desis, I don't mind you asking at all. Gracie, just give me 1 second. I'm just resealing this cheese bag. I'm just pinching along the zipper. You see me using my chin and using my hands. I'm just making sure that this bag is sealed so that the cheese stays fresh and I can use it over the next week or so. So tenodesis is utilizing a muscle in your wrist so when you flex your wrist, if you notice, don't move your fingers, but if you just bend your wrist back, your thumb and your forefinger will pinch together. It's like a reflex. It's like a tendon tightening that's causing this like pinching motion. That is called tenodesis. Now, a lot of people with spinal cord injuries, especially quadriplegics that lose fine motor control, so they lose control over their fingers and they have trouble pinching and gripping things using the muscles in their hands. Sometimes they still have the ability to flex their wrist, and through that wrist flexion, they get that pinching motion because the tendons tighten and they just bring your thumb and your forefinger together. Now, I've just really practiced and strengthened that over time. I can't do it on my right side. Like my wrist, you see, I can kind of move my thumb a little bit if I flex it, but if I'm like reaching out or something, it's really, really hard. Like it's very, very weak on my right side. It used to be stronger. I don't know what happened. I just didn't use it enough. I was very left hand dominant. I just would leave my right hand by the wayside, and I wouldn't use it enough. And over time, I ended up losing function in my right side. Like I used to have better tenodesis where like I could do it like almost any time. Like now I can only really do it if my arm is like fully extended, and the advantage of that is not very good in terms of like reaching and grabbing something. I kind of need it like braced and like fully supported before I can do the tenodesis to activate that pinching motion. But that's what it is, Gracie. They call it in therapy. It's like a cheat method. Like it's a way to grab something without using the muscles in your fingers, but using like muscles in your forearms and your tendons. It's not actually cheating because you know that's just being functional and doing whatever you have to get the job done. That's not cheating. But I would always like cheat in therapy and like try to use my tenodesis and stuff when they wouldn't want me to like work on and exercise other motions and other muscles. And that's what they always used to say. They're like, stop cheating, Tom. All right, we have our grilled cheese ready. I should probably butter one of these sides of the bread. I think I'm just going to butter the pan though. Let's get that bowl out of the way. I need a butter knife so that I can chop some butter off of this bad boy. I dropped it. Yeah, of course. No problem. When you had your accident, Tom, how old were you? I was 4 years old, Nicole. It was August 29th. It's like 6 weeks before my 5th birthday. So I was almost 5 years old. But technically I was only 4. Okay. I love cheating too. Whatever I can do to cheat to make things a little easier for me. When it's allowed, of course, not like in school or anything like that. Alright, alright, alright. So, I'm going to put some butter in the pan. We'll turn the pan on and start heating it up. You also love to eavesdrop? Dang, Gracie. That's funny. I don't tell anybody that I like to, but I like to secretly. So as far as the world knows, I don't, but secretly I do. I guess it's not much of a secret now, but that's alright. This is a safe space here on Lecture Roll. So, I'm just using the butter knife to cut into this chunk of butter that I have. It's a soft knife. I'm not gonna like stab myself or anything. You see me like kind of pushing it down towards my belly. It's not gonna cut me. It can't cut me. I have a shirt. It's like also cutting against the parchment paper that's surrounding the butter. What up, this fool? Adrian, long time no talk, man. How have you been, bro? How's life? Oh, and Crypto Rob, I didn't say what up, dude. How are you, my man? We're making grilled cheese and tomato bisque soup. We're not making the bisque soup, we're just like heating it up. We are doing the grilled cheese though. There's the butter in the pan. We're gonna start to heat that up. Let me get a little bit of butter on this other side of the bread so that I'm done with the butter, and when I flip it, that side will get nice and golden brown too. And yeah, dude, not much is up, Adrian. Just living life, trying to stay healthy and keep my mental up. Takes a lot of energy. Still doing live to roll, still doing my thing here. Trying to do some more cooking content, more like independent living skills content. Yo, Albie, thank you, man. I really appreciate you stopping by and hanging out. I'll try to catch you during your hours when you're online playing Fortnite. Let's try to do that soon. You know, Derek, I had my butter set out yesterday, like, so it was like just on the countertop, kind of like room temperature, so it was easily spreadable. But someone decided to put it in my fridge, and that's okay. Like, you know, it wasn't their fault. No issue. But I'm with you. I like to try to use like a little softer butter too, but it's okay. We will work with what we got. I'm alright, dude. Just been making content lately. Hell yeah. Like on YouTube? Are you still twitching? Where can we see your content? Now, if you're like, damn, Tom, that's a lot of butter. Don't judge me. I'm a buttery boy. What can I say? Plus, butter makes food taste better. But I'm just teasing you guys. TikTok and Twitch, dude, that's cool. I'm not really on TikTok, but I'd love to check out your content. Okay, so you guys, this is a brand new skillet burner thing that I got. I also have it plugged into a power strip that's connected to my whole like computer setup. So if things go dark, that means I busted a breaker and I lost power. I'm gonna keep it low. I haven't really tested this out yet, so I do apologize if things go catastrophically wrong. I am going to. I think everything will be fine. I think everything will be fine. But I just wanted to give you guys like a little preface, like if things go dark and I disappear, that's why. The world is not ending, but my power strip decided to trip out. The reason I say this too is I've just had issues with power strips in the past and using like cooking elements because it's a lot of draw. Like the wattage is heavy, um, but it's my only outlet that I have access to that's close enough to um, the camera and stuff to like make this work. So YOLO, baby. That's right. Sometimes you gotta risk it for the biscuit. You know what I mean? I'm actually gonna put a little bit of pesto on the sandwich too, while my butter's melting. So I'm gonna just deconstruct briefly. I need my butter knife. Let me open up this pesto container. And of course, there's a hole in it already. So it's all messy and oily. That's okay. We're just going to take advantage of that and just open the hole up a little bit more to get to the pesto. Let me see. This is so oily. Probably be a little bit easier with a spoon, but we're just gonna use what we got, which is a butter knife. Our butter's melting on our skillet. It's heating up nicely. We're just gonna do it low and slow, baby. Low and slow. I just have the burner turned up a little bit so it's not gonna get like scalding hot. And I know my table's wobbly. I'm sorry. I need to put a little shim underneath it. But I lost one of the little foots for the table. Like opening up this table on my own for my wheelchair is crazy, you guys. Like you guys don't see the setup or the breakdown, but trust me, it's kind of it's just a difficult process, and I really have to muscle it. And I muscled it too much, and I knocked one of the feet off of the table legs, so it is a little wobbly. I can sometimes get it so that it doesn't wobble, but like I said, I had to position the table kind of according to my extension cord for this burner. So we're just dealing with the wobbles, baby. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see, we're pestoed up on the bread. I didn't do too much. We're just keeping it light. We're keeping it light. This pesto container is messy. If I try to do any more, I'm gonna make a huge mess and end up regretting it. But we might put a little bit in our soup too. So I'm just gonna move the soup out of the way. I'm just reconstructing the sandwich. Just a little pesto added. Make sure the cheese isn't overlapping too much. Okay. We have our sandwich. Let me ditch this butter so that it doesn't get my clothes all greasy. The other thing that I'm kind of working with here is this is about as close as I can get to my little burner situation going on. I promise this is like the first iteration. It will get better in the coming weeks, you guys. But I just wanted to try it out today. So I appreciate the trial runs. I got my sandwich in hand. I'm just gonna lean over and plop it in the skillet, baby. Ooh, can you guys hear the sizzle? Because I can. Alright, alright, alright. So, this is cooking. I can hear it sizzling. This pesto, I need to get out of the way so that we can prepare our soup. Oh, sorry for bumping the table. I hope that didn't make really loud sound. It's always butter with butter. That's French cuisine, baby. Butter on butter on butter. Okay. Stop it, wobbly table. I'm gonna set this back here. My hands are super oily. Let me grab a paper towel. That's what I've been working on, Derek. I've been wanting to do this for you guys for so long. To try to get a front row view so that we could like do some hot food and you guys could have a better vantage, like seeing like this is what I've been working towards. It's electric. It's just a little electric single skillet burner. And yeah, this is the very first iteration of it. We're gonna build from here. Let me put my cheese away since we're done with the cheese. Okay. We got our bowl. It's a pretty big bowl. Why is it such a big bowl? Because it's the only one that I had clean, and it'll make easy for dipping. It's pretty shallow, pretty wide, so it may not look like there's gonna be a ton of soup in there, but it is what it is. Let's grab my soup, slide it over. I'm watching and keeping an eye on this sando. It is still sizzling. What I really have to be careful of is just not knocking it off of the burner. I might have to take it off of the burner to flip my sandwich, but we're gonna see. We're gonna feel it out, and I think I'm gonna. No, it's good. I'm just gonna wait till the edges of the cheese start to get kind of melty, and then I'll lift it and check how we're doing and get ready to flip. I'm gonna try to put the soup in the bowl at least first before I do that. Timing. Timing is everything when you're cooking, but timing can be really difficult if you're a quadriplegic. Things take time. Sometimes it's not easy to switch between burners and the microwave and the oven and all of that stuff all in time. So sometimes you just gotta go with the flow and not worry about it too much. Like if the soup is sitting and getting a little cold, you can just reheat it in the microwave. I try to have like a hot sandwich just because that's when it's the yummiest. So I'm more like paying attention to the sandwich, but even if I have to let that sit and cool down for a few minutes while I finish the rest of this, then it ain't no thing. I'm cooking for me. Okay, you saw me grab my pair of scissors. I'm just gonna use the scissors to cut along this pouch. The material's kind of tough. I can certainly rip it with my teeth, but sometimes it doesn't rip evenly. So the reason I'm using the scissors is to get it started really good so that I can just bite it the rest of the way. Okay. We already got some soup coming out of the pouch. It is microwavable in the pouch, actually. I was reading the instructions before I got started. I'm gonna just microwave it in a microwave safe container, or you can do it on the stovetop like this, like heat it up on the stovetop. But I don't know. I've just found microwave is usually the easiest for me. It tastes just fine. You know, it's like heating up soup. No biggie. Okay, so we're just gonna empty the contents of our soup pouch into the bag or into the bowl. Boom, baby. That's it. There's a little bit left in the bag, but I don't care. I'm not gonna save it. I'm gonna just throw it away. Well, I think you'd be pretty surprised, Adrian. I got this from Sprouts, which is like a organic food store. They have like really, really, really good stuff. Super high quality ingredients. Um, like you're right. It may be a little bit better on the stovetop, but um, maybe I just got bad taste buds. The pouch is actually a foil pouch with like some kind of lining on it. Like I read it. It says you can microwave it in the pouch. Personally, I wouldn't either, but it says it can be done. I'm just reporting what the directions say. Let me open up my microwave. I gotta check my grilled cheese. I'm just gonna get my soup in the microwave real quick. There you go. You guys can get a little preview. Before I put that in the microwave, let me check my grilled cheese because the cheese is starting to fold down on the edges, and I want to make sure that it's gonna be good. I was thinking you could boil it. Um, I should have read the instructions for you guys. Um, Trust me, it's good brand of soup. I've had it before. It's actually super super tasty, and I think it's just something that a lot of soup companies are doing. Like Gracie said earlier that, or not Gracie, Nicole said earlier that Campbell's is starting to do their soup in pouches and stuff too. It's really like easy to open. It's very portable. You should put a napkin on top of it so it doesn't splatter. That's a solid piece of advice, Adrian, and I shall probably do that. Okay. Before I do that though, let me flip my grilled cheese. I'm actually going to take this off of the skillet, set it right here onto this paper towel, and then flip it when it's a little bit closer to me, and then put it back on the skillet. Alright. I got my spatula. Just in case I need it. I mean, I'll probably need it. I've like just grabbed the edge of the sandwich and flipped it with my hand before. But that's alright. And actually, let me grab something else. Okay. I have a little pot holder. I'm just gonna set on the table to protect the table from the heat of the pan. I think it'll be fine. I don't think it's like too hot. More than that it'll like melt my table or anything, but better safe than sorry. Okay, the way that I grab a skillet like this, obviously I can't grab it from the wide part because that's super hot. It's been heating up, so I have to grab it by the handle. I'm gonna open up my lateral support so that I can lean over a little bit more. I'm going to get myself positioned as best I can. And then I'm going to just grab the handle with both hands. Squeeze it together. Alright. Bam. Okay. So, let me just... I'll use the spatula. I don't want to burn myself. And I also want to give you guys good cooking etiquette. This part's, I don't know how to say it. It's always kind of risky. It's difficult flipping things in a pan for me without fine motor control. And you're dealing with hot stuff. So what I do, you just saw what I did there. I just used the spatula to push it to the edge of the pan so that it crept up over the side of it. And then I could use my fingers to just flip it over. Boom! Look how yummy that looks, dude. Let's go. Okay. So now we're going to put the pan back on the burner. Same deal. We're just going to pick it up. Sorry if that was super loud and mess up your ears. And we're back on the burner, baby. You saw how it was kind of wobbly? I mean, I'm doing the best I can. And someone would look at that and be like, bro, that does not look super stable or safe. Normally, I don't pick the pan up and move it. When I'm working on my burners over in my little kitchenette, I can just leave the pan where it is and I can reach. I just did what I had to do today. My table's fine, nothing got burned, everything's fine. I didn't get burned. Most importantly, it was like browned perfectly on the one side, and now we're just gonna heat up our soup and let this finish up. Okay. I'm going to set this off to the side, my paper towels. Can I make you one? I got you, bro. Roll through, dude. Come through to Northridge. Hit me up. I'll have it ready. Something that always happens when I'm cooking is my shirt will ride up a lot. It just happens. It's like all the leaning back and forth, a lot of reaching and stuff. It just kind of works my clothes up. So I was just fixing my shirts. We're gonna get our soup in the microwave now. I wish I could bring the camera back here with me, you guys. I still don't have that part ready and set up yet, but I'm just going to lift it as much as I can, slide it into the microwave. There's really no special trick to it. I just get both hands on it. I try to lean and reach as far as I can and hope for the best. Sometimes soup can spill a little bit. Like, it's just the nature of working with liquids. But I'm going to try to do it as best I can to avoid that. Okay, that's going. I was able to just... The way that I kind of do it with the microwave too is I'll use like the microwave, like the shelf, like the edge of the microwave, and like even the door a little bit too. So like I lifted up the soup and kind of shoved it into like the corner of the door, like the microwave door that was open, and just pushed it against something so that I could get my hands under it a little bit better. Then I had a little bit more strength, purchase, and balance to just lift it up a little bit more, and then I was able to finish reaching and putting it into the microwave the whole way. Now getting it out of the microwave after it's super hot, that's a whole nother thing. I'll show you guys how to do it. I just kind of carefully bring it to the edge and try to get as good a purchase on it as I can, and then just gently set it down onto the countertop. Sometimes I have to wait for it to cool down a little bit. Sometimes if the bowl is really full, it can be really hard. This bowl isn't very full because it's such a big bowl. which is one of the reasons I use a bigger bowl than I actually need, just for safety and convenience. And I can sit my sandwich in there, no problem. Like, it fits nice and easy. Um, so that's heating up. I might have to stop it and stir it. Let me see. All right, it's looking good. I think we'll just leave it. This bad boy should be finishing up just a minute. You saw me just grab the top of it and slide it with my hand. I promise it's not like burning up here anymore. And that's like just cooking skills that you develop over time. You know, like you get some calluses on your fingers. Like you just learn like what's okay to touch and what's okay not to touch. I sometimes, you know, you just gotta do what you gotta do. My hands are perfectly good, I promise. Bro, Tom is great now. I don't know about all that, but what up, Jay Willie? Thanks for stopping by, dude. And thanks, Jay. And Mokray, Shablam. Let's go, dude. That's right. Shablamskis. Alright. I think our soup is done. Let me check it. Oh yeah, we're steaming. So I'm just gonna very, very, very carefully pull this to the edge of the microwave. And actually what I'm gonna do is, I even, the microwave plate that it's sitting on, I even pull that to the edge, and then pull the bowl to the edge of the plate, so that it's even closer for me. I know it sounds like there's a lot of banging around, it's just glass on ceramic, it's okay though. Okay. Now that I have it as close as I can get it to me, I'm just going to grab it by the sides where the soup isn't touching it, so it's hopefully not too hot. And then we're just going to slide it down to the counter. Okay. So my microwave plate came out with it, but that's okay. We're going to just put that off to the side for now. And we'll put it back in the microwave later on during the cleanup phase. I'm going to grab this whole setup actually. I'm going to grab let me check my sandwich and make sure that everything's looking good. It's good with me. I'm resting while watching this and will likely sleep afterwards. So perfect way to end the day. Hey, well, dude, it means a lot to me that you're ending it with T-Fizzle. So thanks for joining and hanging out while you're resting. And at the end of your day, I hope it was a good one, dude. I'm going to turn this up just slightly more. It's getting there. I just wanted to get there a little faster so that we're not hanging out here all night. But the reason I grabbed the paper towels and this pot holder is because I'm going to set the soup on it and bring it over here and set it on the table. So I'm going to go do that right now. This is super, super important to ask for help or to just be extremely careful with this part. There's nothing worse you can do for yourself than pouring hot liquid on your body. It will be really, really, really bad news. I know I'm transporting a bowl of hot soup right here, but I promise I'm taking every step of precaution in order to keep it from spilling. I was able to get it out of the microwave, not a single drop spilled. I'm going to be able to bring it over here the same way. But with just like all the protective layers that are necessary to keep me protected and to do this safely, I just can't stress enough how dangerous hot liquids can be and how scary and bad they can be for your body if they end up on your skin while they're still super hot. So it's okay to do a lot of this stuff on your own and then ask for help in certain parts if you have it available to you. Okay. Now I'm just going to dry it very slowly. The soup is very shallow in this bowl, so it's not anything I have to worry about too much. And then we're just going to pick it up and gently put it on the table, baby. There we go. Tomato bisque soup, all done. Do I have feeling in my fingers? Yes and no. I have feeling in most of my fingers, most of my fingertips, except for my pinky and my ring finger. So these two fingers I don't have good sensation on. And those are the ones that I burn the most, because when I'm doing cooking like this, sometimes my finger will like accidentally touch the side and I won't realize it and I'll burn my pinky or something. I've done that a lot. Just trial and error. I mean, that's really the nature of cooking and preparing food. Accidents are going to happen. The name of the game is to just, when they do happen, to ensure that they're minor as possible. So I do have sensation in my fingers. I can tell when something's too hot. Well, most of my fingers. Sometimes it does get me because I can't sense the heat if I'm like, feeling something with like the backside of my hand. I don't do that though. And like when you saw me move the sandwich around earlier, I used the backs of these fingers that I can feel just to make sure that I wasn't burning myself. All right, that is almost done. We're gonna take it off the heat here in just a second. I'm gonna get rid of this butter knife. And I'm going to just toss the pot holder off to the side. I want to put this down so that we have somewhere to set our sandwich. And let's check it out. Oh yeah, okay. Let me just get that on the edge. The reason is it's starting to get a little crisp. I don't want to burn it. Let me turn my burner off. I gotta turn around and do it with my left hand so I don't burn myself on accident. Alright, almost there. Okay. I might have to return this and shop around for something. The knob is kind of tough to turn. I'm at least one-handed. Okay, let's get this sandwich out of here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put the spatula in the pan. I'm going to flip the sandwich onto the spatula and then lift it up out of the perfect. So bing bang boom, tomato basil soup, tomato bisque soup, not basil, tomato bisque. We have our delicious golden grilled cheese. It got a little crispy on this side, but I like it a little crispy, so that is all good. The burner is off. I could probably take this and put it in the sink, but we'll just leave it be for a minute. Um, that'll be like the cleanup that I do after the show. Um, I want to take a bite for you guys. Let me get a spoon so that I can try the soup, and then I'll dunk the sandwich and do a little bite ski. Did that. That's right, Mo. We did it. We did it. I'm gonna just stir the soup a little bit to make sure. The only thing about like doing it in a microwave is sometimes you do get hot spots. So let me just stir it up, make sure that everything's Gucci. You saw me stirring right there. So I usually just use a utensil with one hand, just like this. Like you'll see me like just do a little scoop, and then oh yeah, that's good. For doing something like stirring, obviously, need a little bit more strength and dexterity. So I just will bring my second hand in and do what I gotta do. Almost lost my spoon in my soup. That's okay. And I could cut this in half if I wanted to, but that's just more work. And I'm gonna eat the whole thing anyways. The real name of the game is to not drip this all over myself and get all messy. Mmm. That is super, super good. And I love just let my grilled cheese like sit and soak in my soup so that it gets all nice and tomatoey and soupy. All right. So, yo, are there any more questions? Anything that anybody else wanted to touch on or talk about? We did it. We did our grilled cheese. We did our tomato bisque. It is freaking delicious. And that's it. That's all she wrote. I'm gonna just finish this for dinner and then spend the next hour cleaning up all this stuff and putting it away. Which is just a part of cooking, you know? Like, you gotta cook and then you gotta clean. I am of the mind of trying to get the cleaning done as quickly as possible before I lose the motivation or the energy to do it. So that's what I usually try to do. Sometimes after the show, I have to like just take like 10 or 15 minutes and just chill and decompress a little bit from what I'm doing, but that's it, baby. I just want to say thank you to everyone that stopped by the chat today, everyone that's been hanging out. You guys are super, super awesome. I hope the show was entertaining. I hope that I was able to share and disseminate some good, meaningful information. And Jay Willie, the wheelchair makes a world of difference. If I did not have the wheelchair that I have, I would not be able to do the cooking and the independent stuff that I do on a daily basis. I would say it's probably the single most important tool that I have is my wheelchair that allows me to do stuff like this. So I really appreciate you guys. I love you so much. I will see you guys tomorrow. I think is Rolling Over the Hill with Bobby. I'll be back on Tuesday for our regular show, and then we'll be back next week. Hopefully, I think at our normal time at 3:30 on Wednesday. I tried to do that today, but the universe forces were working against me. But I got it done. We got it done. Just a little bit closer to dinner time, Pacific time. But I love you guys so much. Let me sit up straight. Not be leaning over. I will catch you guys in the next show. I will see you Tuesday. We'll be back Wednesday. I really want to try to do banana nut bread next week. I know it's a little bit of a tall order, but I think I can do it. But now that I got this little burner skillet, we might just keep it rolling with this. I don't know. And Nicole, my power chair is the most important piece of equipment too. Nice. See, I'm not the only one. And those who know how important a tool that is, for sure. Alright, party people. Love you guys. Live to roll. I'll catch you later. If anybody wants to get in touch with me, you can at that email right there. tom@livetoroll.org. If you want to reach out for any reason, personal, questions about cooking, questions about disability, just need a friend to talk to, let me know. Alright. Love you guys. Catch you later. And see you soon. Bye.